In the NRL, stars come and go all too quickly. Whether it's off-field incidents, injuries, or just bad form, the names that headline our great game one season are shifted into obscurity the next. In this video, I wanted to look at 10 NRL players that need to have a bounce-back season in 2021 to revive their careers. Number 10, Blake Ferguson. The New South Wales Origin winner should be applauded for rebuilding his career with the Roosters and Eels. In 2019, Ferguson switched over to the Eels, signing a $500k per year deal over 3 years. His first season with the Eels was excellent, scoring 10 tries, amassing 4 try assists and setting up the game-winning try for Tedesco in Origin. His 2020 season though was poor, with Ferguson limited to 4 tries and only 1 assist, resulting in his worst season as a professional footballer. The limited 20-game season would hurt his numbers, but with Ferguson on a $500,000 contract, I'm sure Eels fans were expecting a better statistical output. With talks, Ferguson will not have his contract renewed. He must have a standout year to ensure a nice payday as he moves into the latter end of his career. Number 9, Tevita Pangai Jr. We all know Pangai Jr. is one of the most damaging footballers on his day, but unfortunately for Pangai Jr., that talent only remains to be seen when he's on his day. Pangai Jr. has been incredibly inconsistent throughout his 5-year career, and with the Broncos coming off their worst season in club history, Pangai Jr. needs to come through and perform. NRL fans have short memories, so his off-field mistakes won't matter if he can have a monster season. Tevita should look at the comeback of Jack Wighton, who went from a 10-game suspension for off-field incidents to the Dally M in 2.5 years, by just focusing on his on-field performances. Number 8, Esan Masters. Masters only 2 seasons ago was considered the in-form centre of the competition, recognised as one of the most improved players, the West Tigers' top point scorer and the Daily Telegraph's 2018 centre of the season. In 2020, he moved to the North Queensland Cowboys and has become a shell of his former self. Masters' offense has taken a dip in 2020, but on defense is where he really struggled. His tackle percentage dropped from 81% with the Tigers to 71% with the Cowboys, as he and Kyle Feldt combined to concede more tries than any other wing-centre combo in the entire NRL. Even after being dropped just 10 games into last season, Masters is only 24 and still has time in his career to fight for his position in 2021. Number 7, Joey Leilua and James Roberts. I included both guys at number 7 as they play the same position, play for the same team and have had similar issues. Leilua and Roberts have suffered from disciplinary issues throughout their career, which have overshadowed their on-field production. Leilua in his stint with the Raiders was excellent, winning Dally M's Centre of the Year in 2016 and 2018. Roberts' most successful spell was with the Brisbane Broncos, where he led the club in try scoring in 2017 and won the State of Origin for New South Wales in 2018. Roberts is 2 years younger than Leilua, but is really on his last chance in the NRL and just needs an excellent season if he is to save his career. If both guys can return to their peak form and exclude their controversies, the Tigers might have the best centre duo in the entire NRL in 2021. Number 6, Dylan Napa. Maybe not a guy in desperate need of bouncing back, Napa hasn't lived up to his lucrative 3-year $2 million contract. Since signing with the Bulldogs, we haven't seen the same Napa that bossed it for the Sydney Roosters. Napa is an elite level talent who has proven his worth at the Origin level, so it is clear that he has the ability. I'm not sure if his shortcomings have come from a complacency after signing that big contract or just a lack of interest with himself being surrounded by lacklustre talent in Belmore over the past 2 years. With the Bulldogs revamping their lineup for the upcoming 2021 season, Napa will get the chance to prove he is still at the Origin level in his final contract year. Number 5, Brodie Croft. Croft is coming off a dreadful season at halfback with the Broncos, where he totaled 1 try assist and a try over the 2020 season. A lingering shoulder injury was linked to his uninspiring tackling, which will hopefully improve in 2021. Even at the age of 23, Croft is expected to perform now for the Broncos, with the expectation for the club to return to finals footy. Hopefully Croft, under the coaching of Walters, can see a turnaround in his performances. If double digits can be reached in try assists and improvements can be seen in his kicking game, I consider that a bounce back year for Brodie Croft. Number 4, Corey Norman. Norman has been stuck on these types of lists for the last few years as he continues to lack consistency and leadership. Norman shows glimpses of brilliance and was relatively solid last season, although this isn't enough to justify his $850,000 per year contract. 2016 was his last dominant year where he finished 3rd in the Dally M medals. Since that 2016 season, he just hasn't lived up to the standard in terms of reaching his contract value. Norman is in his last year of his current contract with the Dragons, which means that this upcoming 2021 season is crucial if he wants to secure a worthwhile contract next year. Number 3, Jack Bird. Unlike many others on this list, Bird's misfortunes haven't come from a lack of discipline or by performing poorly. Bird's problem has been serious recurring injuries. This still doesn't change that his exceptional stint with the Sharks seems a distant memory now. Bird has top-tier talent, being a premiership winner in 2016 and an Origin selection in 2017 and 18. Since moving to Brisbane though, he just hasn't been able to stay healthy, only featuring in 17 games in 3 seasons. Bird is dynamic in the halves when he's at his best, so hopefully under Anthony Griffin back at his junior club the Dragons, he can recapture that form. Number 2, Luke Brooks. The experienced halfback will enter his 8th NRL season in 2021 and is yet to lead the Dragons to a finals appearance. Of course, you can't put the entire blame on him when the Tigers haven't been able to build winning rosters, but when you hold the record for the most games without a finals appearance and play in arguably the most important position on the field, you should expect some criticism. We have already seen him gain personal accolades like the Dally M Rookie of the Year in 2014 and the Dally M Halfback of the Year in 2018, but it's time for Brooks to lead this side. There's no more Benji Marshall to call the shots, so he must step up, with it potentially being his last season to save his reputation and make a claim at being a premier halfback in the NRL. Number 1, Matt Moylan. Marred by reoccurring soft tissue injuries, Moylan is on the verge of losing his NRL career if he can't stay healthy. Moylan only 4 seasons ago was representing Australia and the Blues and is now struggling to make the Sharks starting lineup. Moylan is reported to be earning around $900,000 a season and has only been able to play in 43 games in those 3 seasons. Moylan struggled to tackle and did not even amass half a season of play in 2020. There have also been reports that Moylan is rebuilding his running style to reduce the strains on his hamstrings. If Moylan can play 2021 at a high level and prove his body can deal with the enormous stresses of the NRL, it would significantly increase his chances of securing a contract and lengthening his NRL career. Okay, so that concludes this NRL list on players needing to bounce back in 2021. If you have your own suggestions on NRL players needing to bounce back, tell me in the comments and we can have a discussion. For more Australian sports lists and mini documentaries, subscribe, like and comment. The bigger we build this channel, the more improved the quality of these videos will become. Thanks for watching.